need kidneys?
Well, I don't quite see it that way.
Okay.
But
What makes a uterus different?
well, first of all,
Sorry.
again, in 99.67% of the cases, the woman made a choice that could
And
potentially.
what about those 0.4%? What do you think should happen then?
Oh, I think the baby should be delivered, of course, because I'll give you an example. Let me just prove it to you. If I had two ultrasounds, and one of them was a baby conceived in rape, and one was a baby conceived in consensual sex,
Well, of course.
which one is it?
They look the same. I do.
Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to my channel. Guys, I'm going to be sharing this video of Charlie Kirk where he debates on pro-choice women. He was talking about abortion. Yes, I'm sure you guys are going to love and enjoy every bit of this. So no further talking, let's dive into it and check it out.
Thank you so much for coming out here and for facing disagreements first, I guess. I really appreciate it. All right, I had another question coming up here, but the bait is there and I have to take it.
Okay.
So I am also pro-choice, and I was wondering how, you said to the previous dude back there that the government, in cases where human life is at risk, should step in through any means necessary, be it through mandates, be it through bans, things like that, right?
Again, that was a hypothetical answer. Let me clarify it. I think the
Please,
government has
yeah.
a moral obligation to protect innocent life when confronted with the question of someone intervening to end that life.
All right.
So if a police officer is standing idly by and he sees someone on the side of the street and someone is going by to about to kill them, the police officer, being an agent of the government, has a moral right to intervene.
I'm sorry, I do have to take a little bit of a caveat here. So the behavior of the police officers in the Uvalde shooting was disgusting.
Oh, I totally agree.
Do you believe? Okay.
Yeah,
Sweet.
but guess what? I'm consistent. The cowardice that happened at Uvalde is the cowardice we allow to happen when there's 1 million abortions in our country every single year.
All right. Okay.
Which is standing idly by when children unspeakably get massacred.
I don't know. I think there's a bit of a difference, and the analogy that I usually use, or the question that I usually ask pro-life people, is, do you believe that the government should mandate organ donation, even in cases of things like donating your kidney? Or right now we have a policy where even after death, if you have religious things where you have to. Oh. Sorry, that's not me.
That's not you.
No. Where your whole body has to be intact in order for burial rites and things like that to happen. We say that you shouldn't have to donate your organs, but the pro-life case seems to extend to the idea that even people who are living should have to give up their kidneys to people in hospitals, maybe, who need kidneys.
Well, I don't quite see it that way.
Okay.
But
what makes a uterus different?
Well, first of all,
Sorry.
again, in 99.67% of the cases, the woman made a choice that could potentially.
And what about those 0.4%? What do you think should happen then?
Oh, I think the baby should be delivered, of course, because I'll give you an example. Let me just prove it to you. If I had two ultrasounds, and one of them was a baby conceived in rape, and one was a baby conceived in consensual sex.
Well, of course.
Which one is it?
They look the same. I do.
But you can't tell because they're both human beings.
Oh.
And in Western morality, of which I'm defending tonight, doing something wrong after something evil is never the right thing.
So do you think that government should mandate organ donations?
No, and I think it's a false equivalency. For more reasons than one, for a lot of different reasons. By the question of, do I think the government should come in and protect innocent life from being slaughtered? Of course I do. Yes. And that's the answer. So, I mean, when it comes to mandating organ donations, I don't even see how that's applicable to the question. Because in 99.6% of the cases, 6-7% of the cases, the mother made a choice to be able to get pregnant. Now, in the very small micron kind of case, then the case is that the human life and the human being needs to exist.
So,
needs to be able to exist.
All right, I'm going to argue that different forms of birth control have different forms of effectiveness, and someone could be potentially on birth control using those control methods, and it fails. Is that just a risk that someone?
Yeah. So I'm going to say something. This is how far our morality has gone. We need to teach kids to save themselves for marriage, and a lot of these problems wouldn't be having. And if you do decide to engage in consensual sex before marriage, and you get pregnant, That's the cost of the game.
All right. Okay.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Guys, we are done watching the video and I am here to share my own opinion. Guys, to me, an abortion is totally wrong. Yes, it's totally wrong. Irrespective of how you got the pregnancy, I think every child deserves to live. According to what Charlie Kirk said, he said that every child decide they have that right to live. So an abortion is unacceptable. If a young girl, if you know that you are not ready to get pregnant, then why are you going into premarital sex? Even for the married ones that say, okay, I don't want to have children, or I am done having children, at least they should be careful and mindful of how they have this SES, so that they will not have an unwanted pregnancy, and at the end of it they will go and abort it. God hates an abortion because let's say, guys, if your mother abort you when you were in your mother's womb, I don't think you will even come to the world. You will not even know that somewhere beautiful like this exists. So I think every child have that right. They deserve to live. And there is one vital point that Charlie Kirk said. He said that an evil should not be made on top of an evil. What does it mean? He was talking about, okay, let's see, a young lady who conceived a pregnancy through fornication. You guys know that is sin. Yes, it's a sin for you to even have premarital sex. It's a sin for you to have sex before marriage. So that is totally sin. Okay, and even after having that sin, you still went ahead and getting pregnant, and after getting pregnant, and the young lady is thinking of how to remove the pregnancy. That one is another sin. Remember that the young lady have already committed sin through fornication, and when the young lady think of an aborting that child, that is another sin on its own. So this is two solid sin. So I think every children deserve to live. So an abortion is a sin. So I think for a young lady, if they know that they are not prepared to have children now, or to have child, I think they should be mindful of how they have that thing called SES. Okay, because the moment you have it anyhow, believe me, you are going to end up getting a pregnancy. And not even talking about the young ladies, there are so many married women now. So many married women, they get pregnancy because most of them say that, okay, I think I am okay, I think I don't want to have children, I think I have had the number of children that I want, I think I don't need more. Yes, if you say that you don't need more, before you have SSS, be careful so that you will not end up getting pregnant, and at the end of everything you will start to regret and removing the child. That is totally a sin. Okay, to me, my own advice and in my own opinion, I think before this SES, before having SES, I think the couples, the partners, they should discuss about our child. They should talk about it. What if a child happens to come in after the SES? What is going to happen? I think they should look at on some of these things before having SES, because that is going to help to control the number of abortion. Okay, and Charlie Kirk said that we should save our children for marriage. Yes, parents should educate their children. They should educate their girls, educate their boys, and let them know the implication of what they are going into, because most times they don't even know what they are going into. So I think through education and proper lecturing, they should know what they are going into and decide if they should do it or not. And when a child finally comes in, or when the lady finally gets pregnant, they should know the right thing to do. So in conclusion, guys, an abortion is a sin. God does not love it. God hates abortion. Abortion is a sin, irrespective of how we paint it, or how you got the pregnant. Every child is a child, and they are all blessings. Okay, so guys, let me know what to think about this video in the comment section, and I'll be right there waiting for you. So you stay tuned and leave your own opinion in the comment section, and I'll be right there waiting for you. See you all in my next one. Bye.